For this lesson, we're going to be looking at the dosage calculation problems that are with the Unit 3 unit conversion lessons. Okay, so we're going to look at question number 1 here. It says the recommended safe dosage of cefaclor for a child is 20 milligrams per kilogram per day divided into doses every 8 hours. The child's weight is 44 pounds. The medication is supplied in 125 milligram per 5 milliliters. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is determine the child's weight in kilograms. We're going to use our 44 pounds up here to start our conversion. So we'll have 44 pounds. Then write our unit fraction. For this, we're going to use the conversion sheet that you got in 143, and we're going to use our fact right here. 1 pound equals 0.4536 kilograms. So I'm going to write that. Pounds will need to go in the denominator because over here it's in the numerator. So that'll be our 1 pound. And 0.4536 kilograms. So then we're going to multiply that. We'd have 44 times 0.4536. We get 19.9584. Our directions say to round to the nearest hundredth, so that rounded would give me 19 96 kilograms. Okay. For part B, calculating the safe dose for this child, we're going to need to start with the weight we found in kilograms. The reason we need to find that is because our dosage is given in 20 milligrams per kilogram. That's the weight of the person receiving the medication. So 19 96 kilograms. We're going to use that conversion fact. Okay, so 1 kilogram will go in our denominator, 20 milligrams in our numerator. Okay, so again we will do some multiplying here. That gives us 399 2/10. Okay, now this is per day, so this is 399 2/10 milligrams per day. We want to know the dose. Okay, so they are getting their dose divided. Okay, so it's divided every 8 hours. So we need to figure out how many doses they're getting. So to do this, we take 24 and divide it by 8, which would give us 3. So they're going to be getting 3 doses. So I'm going to take this and divide by 3. So that divided by 3 gives me 133.06666, and it keeps going. So rounded to the nearest hundredth, 133 and 600 milligrams per dose. Okay. For part C, we want to know how many milliliters will be administered for each dose. Okay, so we're going to use our last fact that we have and what our medication is supplied in. Okay. In that 125 milligrams per 5 milliliters, we're going to take our answer from above, from part B, 133 and 600 milligrams. And we're going to multiply that. Milligrams again is our numerator, so this one we need to put in our denominator. 125 milligrams would be in the denominator, and the 5 milliliters would be in our numerator. And we're going to multiply. So 133 600 times 5. Then we're going to divide that by 125. And we get 5.3224. Again, to the nearest hundredth, that'll be 5 3200 milliliters per dose. Okay. So those should be your answers for A, B, and C. All right, let's skip over and actually look at number 4 on this same set of worksheets. So it says the provider orders ampicillin 100 milligrams per kilogram per day in 4 divided doses for a child weighing 31 pounds. Ampicillin comes in doses that are 250 milligrams per 2 milliliters. How many milliliters per dose will the nurse administer? So just like on our previous problem, number 1, we need to convert our child's weight into kilograms because that's what the medicine is measured in. Okay, so I'm going to take my 31 pounds. I'm going to use that same conversion from our formula chart or conversion chart you have. 1 pound is 0.4536 kilograms. I'm going to multiply that. So 31 times that. Oops, put an extra 0 there. So we get 14.0616, and that's going to be kilograms. Okay, so then we're going to use that in our next set when we're doing our actual dosage. So I'm going to do 14 600 because this whole worksheet said round to the nearest hundredth kg, which is our kilograms. I'm going to take my dosage fact here, 1 kilogram in the denominator, 100 milligrams in my numerator. And for this, instead of having to do 2 separate, I'm going to actually go ahead and do the next one with this. Okay, so I'm going to use my ampicillin and what it comes in. Okay, so my kilograms canceled here. I have milligrams in my numerator now. I'm going to have milligrams in my denominator. So that 250 will go in the denominator. And the 2 milliliters will go in the numerator. Okay, and then we are just going to multiply. So 14 600 times 100 times 2 gives me 2,812. 1 times 250 gives me 250. Then I'm going to divide that. I get 11.248, and that would be milliliters. Okay, again, this though is per day. Okay, because that's what that unit was in. We need per dose. And again, it's being divided. This time it tells me 4 divided doses. So I don't have to figure out what I'm going to divide by this time like I did in number 1. It tells me I'm going to divide it by 4. So I'm going to take that and divide it by 4. That gives me 2.812. So 2.81 milliliters per dose would be my final answer.